Brown's Bread and Butter. Shout out to the Muse Podcast. Thank you for having me here. I'm here to give you guys more. Represent the BX, represent New York. You know, find us, baby.
You know that. We had to get him online. But we had to get him here, talk to him, see how he doing, talk to him about his music. You know what I mean? Enjoy it. So, tell the guests about your music, a little about yourself.
I just released, I would say 8-9 months ago, the album called The Outcome, featuring Chris Rivers, Big Pun's son, R.I.P. to the legend. I just released 3 singles, Cold Truth, The World Ain't Nice, and I Want to Be With You. So I'm very, I'm a conscious artist who's thoughtful in his music. I want to be true to myself and true to my fans and true to the people that enjoy hip-hop, that enjoy the craft, that enjoy the culture. So that's what Big Grind is all about. And I'm all about being sophisticated and being real to y'all and myself.
All right. So you put a lot of passion into your music, everything you do. Like, you enjoy your music from the beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
You put love into it.
Mm-hmm.
So how would you give it to, like, other artists? How would you tell them, well, not tell them, but at least help them to get, like, a passion or a love for the music the way you do?
Have a purpose, have a reason. Why are you making music? Where is it coming from? And I think, how can you relate it to other people? How can people that can't speak for themselves, how can you speak for them? And like I said, obviously, we all want to make money in music, but if you're gonna do something, like I said before, have your why, have a purpose, and lift someone else up, and let other people know who you are first.
That's true. Because I was saying, if you don't have a passion, you don't have a love for something, it's like basically you wasting your time doing it. So you want to make sure, like you said, you have the love for your music, you make sure you perfect your craft, you doing everything you got to do to make sure that, this is my music, this is where I want to be, and I love it. And I do enjoy that, because there's not a lot of people that really sit there and take the time and do what they craft.
I think, growing up in rap, I grew up about building skill. For me, it was about a skill. It was about the craft. It was about actually me learning how to write, and how to build a flow, how to build a rhythm, and what was my why in that song, and what did I want people to hear from that song. And I wanted people to hear my experience, my thoughts, my perspective in life in general. And I just want to make it a package and make it visual for people just through words before, a video or anything like that. So for me, like I said, it's about a skill. Like I said, it's for the culture. So that's kind of where I grew up in. So that's all I can really say for the hip hop. It's just like skill. Like, I want somebody to be like, Big Grind is nice, not like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want somebody to just look like, oh, he's just in it for the money. He's doing what everybody else does. And I believe that I'm a unique music artist. I'm unique. I'm an individual first. I'm a human being first, and I think that's what I want people to know.
Nah, that's true. You're human before anything, and I can tell that you really love your craft. Like, you really, the way you talking about, like, I really want to do this, because there's really not a lot of people that really sit there and like, I'm gonna really do this music, and then they really do it, and a week or two down the line they don't want to do. But I can see that you really on your grind, like you said, your name Big Grind, so you really, grind. So you really grinding. So you can't really be upset with that. So I enjoy that. And also, I read about you do karate.
Yeah, I have a personal trainer business, so I got that out there as well. So I'm actually working with the kids, and just like me being a personal trainer outside of my music, I really care about people's health. So it's like, I feel like I'm how can I say it? Like, I'm obligated to make sure my community, make sure everybody around me is positively influenced by me. So that's why, like I said, like, my music and I want, like, little kids to listen to it. I want the parents to tell the kids to listen to it. I even want the parents to listen to it. I want the adults to listen to it. I want everybody to listen to it, and they don't gotta hide my music.
Nah, that's true. Like I said, reach one, teach one. They start from the older heads, from the head down. So they start with the adults. Then you go to the kids, because now the generation they basically on some. They see something, they gonna do something. So it's like
they're more accessible to the internet now. So
more
it's
than
like,
they more accessible. When I was coming up,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
when I was coming up, I was on dial tone. I can't even pick the phone. Mom's on the internet. I can't even do it. So like they're more advanced than I was. So now they can really go on YouTube. They can go to any streaming media and look like, oh yeah, I can find this artist, that artist, and really do it. So this is the era I say that we could really teach the younger generation. Like you said, you're into teaching them and reaching them. There's not a lot of people that's really out here who want to reach the younger generation, and I enjoy that. I like that. So for you to really step out and really help the younger kids and people coming up, I really appreciate that. That's really, I would say, black excellence.
I think that's where I stand, and I want to make a difference. And I know it's tough because, again, you would say not everybody does it, but I stand out. So I will be. People will see me. People will be like, "Oh, it's something different about this guy." Like, no, he's actually. I want to build people up. I'm tired of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just tired of music or just everything in general just destroying our people. Now let's put the pieces together and bring them up and just light the fire in so many.
No, that is true. Cause if you really love your people, you're really, you're gonna really help them out. You're gonna really reach them. Like, yo, come here, let me teach you little ones and twos to really build you up. Cause you really, this generation, I'm not gonna lie, they're lost, but I still believe there's hope in them.
Yes.
And with the music, whatever they want to do, I believe there's still hope in everything they want to do. And also, I see you're a teacher. If I'm not mistaken, charter school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another excellent. Now, I mean, you reaching out to the kids even more, even without doing through music. You're still being a teacher where you can actually teach them like, yo, look, listen, education is the key. You also do martial arts where health is wealth. You healthy, you're gonna feel better. You're gonna do better. That's how I feel. Like you do better with yourself. You feel better. Keep a good mindset, clean spirit, and everything. I think will be the best.
Yeah. And they even know my music now, so it's like,
see that.
So they're like, "What, Mr. B? Like he can make music?" Because a lot of them hear it and they're like, "Oh, this is good." And they're not used to. They're used to the fast, just the hook and the beat, and it's like they're listening to words. You got to think, and it's like, wow. And I know that's what, because they're not. This is how I see it. Music. Yes, I think there's a time and place for a lot of the songs. Like, I want to hear some party songs here and there, but, like, that's not my life.
Nah, that's a fact, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the time. I'm not blinging all the time. I'm not with all the money in the strip club. I'm not doing that. I'm working just like everybody else, struggling just like everybody else, and I want the kids to realize it's going to take work, it's going to take effort, it's going to take dedication to get where you want to get to. And you can't quit, because everything now, you know what I'm saying? We didn't grow up with the internet like we did something once and we instantly became famous. That's where it is now. Like, it's the instant gratification that people are looking at. People are looking at the success. People don't know the work behind the scenes, the practice, the learn. You gotta learn. You know what I'm saying? It's like you going like the kids in school. You gotta go through first, second, third, fourth. It's the same thing with your craft. You gotta build. You know what I'm
saying? That's a fact. Like you said, we really didn't grow up on the internet type. So you really gotta grind, like you said. We gotta grind around really to get what you gotta get. Cause now the kids it's easy for them. A little 1-2 recording.
TikTok is right there.
TikTok is the number one. So now they're blowing up off of. Now that you making music, you have them now. They're conscious. Like, all right, let me actually listen to the words of the music. Where, all right, I'm gonna listen to the words and go. Nah, he's really talking about my life. Like that, you could really basically storytelling. Like you're basically giving your life in the music where somebody else, the younger generation, could really relate. Like, oh nah, yeah, Big Ron went through the same thing I went through. Yeah, I might not had it as hard as he did, but yeah, I still could feel his pain. We still grew up in the same neighborhood. We could still work with each other. So you doing that is really a big work for the kids where they could really, we have somebody who is in the same route as us, who did the same thing as us, but decided to change and like, all right, I want to change the community and make everybody better. That's really great.
Yeah, because I think, personally, money comes and goes. Like, you got to spend it, and, when are we going to die? So it's like, how do I make an impact on somebody else's life?
That's
in a positive way.
That's a fact. You can't even say nothing about it. Like, you really do make a positive, like, to the kids. It's all about time. If you give them that time to really, they're gonna really cherish that time. Like, he gave me that time. Let me, work with it. Let me do something with it instead of try to fumble it. And that's good. I could work with people like that. If you could really give me the time and I could work with you, we could be successful.
Yeah.
That's what I tell people. Like, that's the best you can do. Give your time, dedication, and you'll be the best that you can be in life. Also, like, you got any crap, like, basically, any, how can I say, routine, ritual, like, before you start your music, like, you'll work out, cook, like, like, with me, when I start my day, usually, I like to either meditate or talk to my dog, like, pay my dog before I get to work. Like, that's sometimes my routine in the morning to get my day started.
I mean, for me, when I write music, before the studio, I'm kind of, like I said, I'm writing how I feel. I first write the title, and then or if I don't write the title, I'll just start writing. I'll just literally just fill up as much as I can and just keep writing, and then just when I go back to it, I figure out what the title's going to be, and then I do it, and then I just look on YouTube, or I hit up some producers for beats, and I'll listen to the beat to see if it fit, and then that's how I do it.
Alright, yeah, because I'm a music person. Like, I like to hear the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Like you say, very conscious person. Like, sometimes I like to hear the music, hear the words. At least I can get an understanding. Like, I can understand. Like, sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes if you say certain words, like, it do go over my head. I had to, repeat it a few times to really understand. Like, yeah, he's talking his stuff, so I could really get the music. Like, I'm into, like, different genres, like, not only hip hop. Like, I like to spread to different music. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm more of an old school person.
Right.
I'm a young person with an old soul. Like, I like old school R&B, old school rap. So that's what what I grew up on.
Right.
Old school rap. So it's like, I still could deal with the new music, and I can mix it up with the older music and get the fun out of it. Like, how would you reach your audience? Like, you see, like you said, like, you see the fast beat.
Mm-hmm.
How would you reach to them? Because some might like the slow beat, some might like that fast tempo.
I think, like I said, me as an artist, I'm very versatile. You know what I'm saying? I don't have, you know what I'm saying, I could do boom bap, then I could do a little trap, I could do a little Migo. Like, whatever, like, I don't think see, the beats are fine, it's just the lyrics. How skillful are you? Can you still flow, rap, put a visual, put content together and still make it meaningful with a hot beat? I think that's, I'm not down trapping drill or trap or anything, but like, you can have those beats, but what is it, like, what's the message in it? You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people tend to now, even before, through all time of music, we listen to the beat instead of listening to the actual words.
True.
Because words do affect us.
No, it does.
Like, if you listen to a crazy song about killing someone, you're not gonna be in a good mood.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying? But if you listen to an uplifting song, something about being positive, you're gonna have a different outlook in life. You realize that, like, sometimes people are in a bad mood, but it's like sometimes you wanna ask them, like, what are you listening to? So for me as an artist, I'm very versatile. I can, like I said, I can do any beat, and I think the outcome. That album is very versatile because I had a little bit of a trap beat, a Migo beat, something that was kind of relevant now, and then, but it was still meaningful. I still had content on the beat, so it was like, oh snap, strategy, love is real. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, all right, so like I still had something to say, and I think that's the difference between artists now. It's like, do you have something to say, or you're just trying to blend in?
You do got a point. I can't even, like, you want to, like you say, you want to stick out. You don't want to follow the crowd. You want to be at least, I say, what, the sore thumb. You want to be the one to stick out, really, to not blend with the crowd. You want to at least give a message. Because I tell everybody, every music that you give out has to have at least a message in it. Because, you know, the young kids are listening to it. So now we going to listen to this, we going to listen to that. So it's like whatever energy you put out, people will receive. So you want to at least give out a positive energy. I mean, give them a good heads up, like, yo, everything gonna be positive. You gonna do good. You gonna be rich. You gonna be wealthy. Whatever you want to put your time in, you can do it. So
even if I have even if some of my songs aren't positive, like, cause it's not, life ain't, you know what I'm saying? Yes, let's look at, but life has its ups and downs, and I think I'm going to express my anger. I'm going to express my rage. I'm going to express what I want to do to people and how I feel about people. But I want you to know, like, these are all thoughts. These are all feelings. These are all things that I feel like the main source of everything is just to be heard and to be understood. And I think once the kids understand that if you can express yourself in a way to be heard in a different light, then things will be better.
Nah, that's true. Cause whatever you bring to light, well, they said whatever happened in darkness comes to light. So if you know, like you said, everybody have their days. Someday you might wake up. I might not be happy. I might not be positive. I make a music about, this, and then, later on down the day, your mood switches. So, like you said, it's all on a different person. Everybody moves different. You can reach a person differently on whatever mood they're in that day. You can't complain. Everybody have their days, but just gotta enjoy it, love it. Can't complain.
Nah, I definitely can, and I think for me this is a blessing because I'm able to be on a platform and put myself out there.
Nah, that's true. I tell people, like, the platform. I tell people, come. You can be yourself, enjoy yourself, talk about yourself. I tell people, listen, you want to enjoy yourself. Talk about yourself. Tell the audience who you are, how you feel. Like, at least give them something about. If they don't know nothing about you, at least they know, like, oh yeah, this big grind. Oh yeah, he was on pot. Yeah, at least they know that he has a positive attitude. He's here to reach one. He's here to teach the kids, because there's really not a lot of people that's really out here trying to, reach the kids and help them out. And that's really excellent.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it, because growing up, I didn't really have, too much positivity around me. So to really have an adult to reach a younger generation or a generation my age, that's dope, because, we don't really see eye to eye, like, yeah, man, you an adult, man, but they forgot that. I'm not gonna lie, sometimes Obama probably talking about me looking like, man, listen, I ain't trying to hear that. So I'm not gonna lie, but when I do listen to them and I listen, I'm like, oh no, it's the same thing. It's just, like when Pop said, it's the same game. It's just different players now. Yeah. So now, can you change the game? Is really the question. You could. To me, I feel like you could. It's just, if the person really want to change, they really want to do what they want to do, yeah, you could do it. But if not, you can't. You can't really do nothing. You can't really, let me help you, and then they dragging your foot. Like,
yeah, and I think in life is about choices. At the end of the day, I think, for me growing up, I had obstacles in life, especially as a kid, and, it's just sometimes figuring out who can I talk to, and having a positive role model for me, it was a bit difficult, because it wasn't, that wasn't what it was. So I learned from my experiences, and I realized this is not what I want somebody else to go through. I think a strong individual will never treat you the way they were treated. I believe that a weak individual will put you through the same thing that they went through. A strong individual will do what they wish was done to them. I can't, and also, like, I'm an artist, I want somebody to look at my music and say, hey, you said that in your track. What does that mean? And I can back myself up. I don't want to be in a predicament where, someone like you'd be like, oh, I heard this track, and, what does that mean? Like, you just call a female as a bunch of, bees and all that. And I'll sit there and try to say, oh, well, it was only business. I didn't really mean that. I can't,
you know what I'm saying? It's like, Yeah, everybody nowadays is on something. Nah, you can't talk about positivity and then you turn around and speak. Like you said, you're versatile. You're able to talk about, because there's some people that's really able to just, talk about one thing only and they can't really talk about nothing else. For you to really sit there and talk about, oh yeah, I can talk about this, that, and the third, is really, I can listen to Big Ron. He's able to switch up. He does trap. He does R&B, he does hip-hop. At least I know that he has different type of music. It's not just one style. And that's good, because there's too many artists out here who really have just
one style.
Yeah, just one style. It's just...
They feel like that one style is going to make them millions. And somebody already made millions off of the same style. Yeah. So who are you?
Just a person, just follow it. Like you said, they going this way, you're going this way. So you'll let them, all right, y'all can go this way, I'm going to go this way, I'm going to be different. I'm able to, all right, yeah, I can do the trap. I can do this, I can do that. You won't be able to do the same thing I do. So it's like, sometimes switch it up. Like, you were able to switch it up. I'm like, oh, that's good, because at least you might be able to reach a younger generation, older generation, whatever generation you'll be able to reach them, because some people really love music. Like, I'm one of them. I really love music. I'm not gonna lie, I love to, old school R&B, little Marvin Gaye, Barry White. Like,
that's
come
classic.
on, yeah.
We're talking about classics right
yeah,
now.
those,
Wow.
yeah. I'm like a young person, but have an old soul, so it's like, those type of music, I could really listen, like.
But you're listening to talent.
Yeah, that's...
You're listening to talent. You're listening to people actually singing.
Yeah, and that's way before my time. I was born in 91. You talking about, that is maybe 70s, 80s.
Wow.
Yeah, and I can still enjoy it till this day. So it's like, my mom and pop saying to me, I'm like, what you know about this? I'm like, chill, mom's chill. Pop's like, I really love this music. Like, it's like, I feel like they talking to me. Like, most of those artists, I'm like...
They teach you something.
Yeah, it's like, damn. Where were you when I was there?
He said, where were you?
Yeah, it's like, now it's like, I wish like most of them would really teach them. Like, you see how you teach, I wish someone would really teach some of the artists, like, yo, listen, at least teach some heartfelt music. That's how, because if you really teach some heartfelt music, people really looking like, damn, I could really work with this.
Yeah, I think, like I said, a lot of people are chasing the money, and I think if you become a one-hit wonder, you will be forgotten.
Yeah, so many one-hit wonders.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of artists that people are not going to remember 10 years from now, 20 years from now. People still, it's funny, it was a kid that had to be, he was 8 years old. I said, who's your favorite rapper? He said Tupac. I was like, he's 8 years old.
It's to really show you that
Tupac, he died in 96. It's 2022.
And I was like, I was only 5, so dang. That's to show you. Like, I really love, like, also, like, Tupac, Biggie, a little Big L. Like, some of those artists, those are, like, I was probably 5 years old. I didn't really know music, but it's just...
It was, you heard it.
Once I heard it, I'm like, oh, growing up, like, I grew up on a lot of Jay-Z, so it's like...